Hey guys, been a while, hasn't it? Pokemon Fire Red with only Magby was really fun up until the ground gym in the end, which made the run an absolute nightmare all the way up until the final rival fight. Let's do something a lot harder from start to finish with a special Fallout New Vegas run as I ask, can I beat Fallout New Vegas by doing the impossible? Now, you might be asking, what is the impossible? And I'll explain it now as I go through the rules. Number 1, I must beat the game. Like last time, I'm going to be avoiding doing a yes man ending, but it might be required depending on what happens. 2, I must do the impossible. You'll see it when it happens, trust me. Lastly, no companion assistance in combat. This prevents the AI carrying me in fights, as New Vegas has some insanely strong companions. With the rules out of the way, let's begin. I start by screaming at Doc Mitchell for waking me up from my nap as he forces me to do tests that I mashed through because I didn't study, so what's the point? The only test I care about is the Vigor test because there's no wrong answers. I get a 7 in Strength, a 3 in Perception, 6 in Endurance, 1 in Charisma, 10 in Intelligence, because I'm a smart little cookie, a 4 in Agility, and 9 in Luck. I really want to rob casinos and have lots of skill points, so luck and intelligence being so high makes sense, but the rest were kind of just thrown around randomly. Like I said, I didn't study, so I don't know what I'm doing. For my tag skills, I take guns, repair, and unarmed. I'm not restricted to a single weapon type this time, so I plan on using a mix of weapons today, but tagging repair ended up being completely pointless. My intention was to take the jury rigging perk, especially since I was taking build to destroy, but I never ended up taking it because I never needed it. For my traits, I take Built to Destroy like I just said, and Skilled. I'm going for a luck build, so this is what I feel like works the best. Something cool I discovered working on other challenges is that after you pick your traits and everything, if you just talk to Doc Mitchell right away, he'll act like you're at the door and give you all your things. This is where my first mistake of the run occurs. I decided to turn on hardcore mode. I'll explain why this is such a big mistake in a minute. Immediately, I go about completing the Ghost Town Convite quest. Here's what I was talking about though. I actually lose to the Powder Gangers. Sure, I'm playing this like an idiot by running at them with a shotgun, but my Overwatch brain was kicking in. I simply thought I was Winston diving into the enemy's lines is all. Because of this, I turned hardcore mode off, and the next fight was super easy. After this, I level up, waste points by putting them into repair, and take the Black Widow perk. Most enemies are men, so the added damage is going to be helping us plenty, and trust me, we will need the added firepower. Leaving Goodsprings, I head straight to Black Mountain and take the shortcut. I make a stop in Sloan on the way to heal Stuffle's leg. I mean, how could you not? Look how cute he is. Somebody got really upset at this though, as one of the prospectors decided to run around like a deranged toddler who got his toy put back on the shelf at the store for being a little brat. Some people are just ungrateful, and for that, I do nothing and continue on my way, marking Hidden Valley on the map, killing all of Mo's friends, then die to the first Nightkin I encounter on Black Mountain. My second attempt and it goes much better, mostly because I healed this time. I did want to do the crazy quest, as my repair skill was at 75 at this point, but it turns out you need 60 science, not repair, so I just killed Tabitha instead. It was surprisingly easy to do too. I was expecting her to take me out really quickly, especially after the last encounter with the Nightkin, but apparently not. The trip from Black Mountain to Freeside was completely danger-free. I do help the NCR near Camp McCarran with the Fiends by using Annabelle. This is actually my first time using the weapon, and I have to say, I'm not a big fan. Which is sad because I typically love big explosives in games. Tell that to my countless hours playing Fuse and Thermite in Siege, or the hours spent playing as Pharah or Junkrat in Overwatch. It could just be my horrible explosive skill, but I'm just going to never touch the missile launcher again and just call it trash. My first course of action on this trip is to confront Benny. It's easy XP and gets me some levels out of it. Now that my repair is at 90 for a perk I never take, I start funneling points into unarmed and guns. I do put my speech at 15 so that I can pass the first check with Swank, allowing me access to my guns in the tops. With my guns, I blow up Benny and his henchmen using a grenade rifle, because subtlety is my specialty. As a celebration of Benny's death, I rob the tops. I want to buy the 2-step goodbye, as it's probably the best weapon for a luck build, as every kill I get with a critical hit, they blow up after a few seconds. This won't get me all the way there, but it does get me closer. Being XP hungry now, I head to the Lucky 38 and talk to Mr. House. While I could have done the bunker quest as well for even more experience, my closest fast travel point to Cottonwood Cove was Black Mountain, so I decided to pass on that for now, so I decided to gamble some more and head to the Gunrunners. While here though, Isaac decided he wanted to channel his inner prospector as he also went running. The Mojave is just exceedingly childish today. I am trying to do some side quests right now though, so I begin by going back near Good Springs and heading through Prim toward Mojave Outpost to do quests for the Crimson Caravan, Ranger Ghost, and Ranger Jackson. I would continue talking about what I did for these quests, my struggles with them, and how I overcame them. However, I actually took a break from recording, and when I came back to my save file, I forgot to start recording for about half an hour. Now we're going to meet the boomers. On the way, I give George 30 caps to be charitable before massacring the entirety of Nellis with the two-step goodbye. Yep, I bought the two-step right before starting the recording. It puts in some work thanks to it being nighttime and all the boomers being in their barracks. I do end up making a good portion of my money back from buying the two-step afterward by selling the loot from Nellis to local shops like the Gunrunners, so there's that at least. The faction I decided to tackle next is probably the one I should have started with while I was on the strip the last time, the Omertas. Here's how that went. I then followed that up with the White Gloves, then Malcolm Holmes, then the Great Khans, then the Kings for no reason, then the Van Graffs, contemplate doing the same thing to Crocker at the NCR embassy after getting no experience for my killing, then end with the Brotherhood. Would you be surprised that the Brotherhood was the hardest faction to fight with only the two-step? From the second I started the fight initially to the second I punched the brains of the final paladin into the walls, it took about 26 minutes. It's not like they were difficult to take down, it was just about finding a good position and strategy so that the turrets weren't in my way. With all the required murder out of the way, I start heading towards Hoover Dam, but not without finishing the job by killing all the Khans in Boulder City, as well as Veronica at the 188 trading post. Adding to all the weird things happening in this run, when I went to kill Jessup, Private Ackerman randomly appeared in the room. Naturally, I instantly kill him with my first punch, reload, and the second time he either wasn't there, or he didn't get in my way, as I didn't see him after that. I do level up to level 15 and put it all into medicine. I have severely neglected the stat to this point, and the battle against the Legate will require plenty of stim packs, so I need to invest in medicine as much as I can right now. Getting to the dam, and I completely forgot to take out Mr. House. I didn't remember you needing to kill him when siding with the NCR, or else I would have done this much sooner. So I head back to the strip, destroy every single Securitron in the penthouse before punching Mr. House so hard he blows his load for me, as one of my friends said. I then return to Colonel Moore at the dam to begin the final battle. I'm pretty sure I can do this, as I have great perks like Shotgun Surgeon and Stay Back and Finesse. So using my hunting shotgun should get the job done until it becomes a 1v1 against the Legate. I really do enjoy having a melee duel against him, and I don't really know why. The battle up the dam went super smooth despite having no assistance. The battle with the Legate? Well, I figured this would be a problem. I ran out of healing items because I only had 2 stim packs by the time I got to the Legate. I tried this fight multiple times, but I just can't pull it off. No matter what strategy I try, I just die regardless. If it were a 1v1, I wouldn't have much issue, because the swarm of Praetorians is what makes this so difficult. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I have to load back and get more prepared. I'm kind of embarrassed here. To pull the curtain back a little bit while I figure out what to do, this was just an April Fool's joke I'm trying to blitz through after one of my friends made the suggestion on Wednesday. It's currently 4:21 in the morning on Easter Sunday that I'm writing this exact sentence, and it's 5:01 right now as I'm saying this. I finished a run at about 2:30, so that shows just how tight of a schedule I'm running right now. So I just figured I would try doing whatever could level me up quickly to boost not only my medicine skill to heal more efficiently, but also my speech skill to get rid of the Praetorians if I need to when I make it back to the Legate. I did have horrible time management though, because instead of taking less than an hour doing side quests around Camp McCarran, I decided to take 2.5 hours by doing side quests for the Crimson Caravan, Camp McCarran, and also going around Camp Searchlight, going from level 16 to level 20. During that time, I also got 72 stim packs and 21 super stim packs. I also found over a dozen medics and psycho while going fiend hunting at Vault 3. Speaking of the Fiends, I never realized just how weak they are. I did not put a single point into melee weapons the entire run, and they all went down to a couple swings from Driver Nafai's golf club. It's not even an amazing melee weapon either. The Fiends just suck. Returning to the dam way over leveled, I crushed my way through the top side, and I figured I'd start the Leggett fight with the backup since I had so many healing items and chems to help me, and it went surprisingly well. The two rangers got marked the second the fight started, but when it came down to it, the and stay back perk was super helpful. I was able to keep the Leggett at bay because the perk kept activating, quickly starting the second phase of the fight. I thought I made a big mistake chasing the Leggett because I could have taken his backup out during this time, but I was able to get a lot more damage onto the Leggett instead. I actually got him down to about 1 HP when I swapped to the 2-step by explosions from taking out some of his guards in an attempt to kill him with a melee attack, because like I said, I do want to try to take him out with a melee attack. And I finally did. Now it was just the Praetorians and this got a little dicey. I mean, you can't even see what's going on in the end from all the particle effects and dust clouds from the 2-step and the power fists as we all go blow for blow. After a few shots and dozens of stim packs, we take them all out and head to the gate to meet Oliver, ending the run and proving that yes, you can beat Fallout New Vegas as me. This run was super fun because it was just a casual playthrough. I did want to use weapons that I was yet to use in the game, which was why I was using stuff like shotguns and the 2-step. I had a lot of ideas for what to do during the run, but time has caused this to be a little bit rushed, and while it was still really fun, I would have loved to have been able to do a lot more with it. With that being said though, I do have some more challenges lined up. I'm actually almost done with another Fallout New Vegas challenge, which will be coming out soon. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for next time as I look to see if Arcade Ganon is able to conquer New Vegas. It was a super fun run, and I'm excited to see the final product when it comes out. That's actually all I have written down, like, in a script. Surprised this actually took so long. Even with, like, all my flubbing of lines and stuff, like, this is only, like, 17 minutes, so the video is probably only be, like, 15, if that. But I'm gonna sit here and babble on a little bit. So, I was intending on there being such a big gap between this run and the Magby run. Just a lot of life stuff started happening. Got a new puppy and all that, and a lot of work. I've been doing a lot of work. I've been working so much, not only on videos, but also just in my spare life, because this is not all I do. I do want to start putting more work into this. Like I said, I have the Arcade Ganon video, like half scripted. Now, this was actually the second time I've done this challenge. The first time I did it, it was pretty much relying on one singular joke, that being Arcade Ganon being similar sounding to Ganondorf, like from Zelda. So it essentially just became, can I beat Fallout New Vegas as Ganondorf, but also wearing a doctor's coat? So really wasn't all that fun to script. So I junked it. I tried doing a Hitman Blood Money video. The script was really boring because it was literally just, and then I shot people. And so that also got scrapped. There was one other one I did that I'm not remembering what it was. I am working on another one as well that I don't want to get into the details of because it's a little bit of an exciting one. It's going to be a little while before that one comes out though, because it's kind of just a work at my own pace kind of thing. Because this is going to be a bit of a longer one, but it's definitely going to be a lot of fun. That is all for me though. I do, in the description, something I want to kind of do is I'm starting a playlist of the music that I listen to typically while I'm either recording this or I'm writing my scripts and that, or just in general. I listen to a lot of music. As you saw in the Magby one, I mentioned, I put in the band In This Moment. Amazing band. Definitely should listen to it. But I have like all of the music I listen to right now. It's an ever-changing playlist that is on YouTube. It's going to be in the link in the description. So check that out if you ever want to know what I'm listening to while I'm doing these videos. Rather than watching YouTube on the side. I do that on occasion, but just not often. So that's down there. A lot of variety, a lot of rock, a lot of pop, and that. So it's a big variety. So you might find something you like, you might not. It's my music taste isn't for everyone. It's for a lot of people though. So y'all have a good one. Happy Easter to anyone who somehow has a time machine, and happy April Fools, I guess, to everyone else. Have a good one.